Greetings, fam. So I want to talk today about 21 Savage. Now, he's the British rapper by way of Georgia who has been arrested and detained by ICE. And for those of you who don't know what ICE is, it's the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency here in the US, and their duty is to enforce immigration laws, investigate criminal and terrorist activity of foreign nationals residing in the US. Now, I have told you nigglets time and time again, why would you make videos showing yourself engaging in criminal activities if this is not something that you do? And if it is something that you do, again, why would you make a video about it? Okay, the first fact, is he from the UK? The answer is yes. That's why he was arrested. Apparently, he overstayed his welcome. I can tell you there are countless people here who've overstayed their welcome. But the second fact is that he was shot 6 times on his birthday. When he was 21 in 2013, he almost died from blood loss because one of the bullets struck his neck. And that's where your carotid artery is, and you can bleed to death. So keep that in mind the next time you're out there banging. What does his name mean? Well, 21 is his gang. That's his crew. That's what he told Hot New Hip Hop online site. And then he said Savage came out of nowhere. I was just looking for an Instagram name. Why did Drake buy him a Ferrari? Well, fans were surprised when he bought him a Ferrari for his 24th birthday. And it's not clear why he got him such an expensive gift, but it did appear in the sneaking video, so that might have something to do with it. Why does he have that dagger tattooed on his forehead? Well, apparently it's a tribute to his little brother Tay Man, who was killed when he was younger, and he said that Tay had the same tattoo to represent the crew that he was in, and so he thought he would get it. How does Drake know 21 Savage? Well, they linked up on the song Sneaking, and they shot the video together, and then people were thinking that he was signed to Drake's OVO Sound label, but they weren't. He wasn't signed at the time. Does he have any kids? Yes! During an episode of Sneaker Shopping with Complex, he revealed that he had 3 children, and these are the 3 youngins, and they're adorable. And apparently he has the money to take care of them. So from what I understand, he's a good father. He takes care of his kids. And you should. If you've got the money and you're showing yourself with the money, it would be a damn shame if you weren't taking care of your kids. So kudos for that. He was trying to holler at Kylie Jenner. I don't know why all these Lost Tribe Negroes want to get with one of these Kardashians or Jenners, but he apparently wanted one too, and this caused him to have a fight with a verbal fight with Tyga over Kylie, and he had posted some unflattering remarks talking about he wanted to tear her, you know what up, and all this. And anyway, so that Tyga wrote a response. What is his real name? His real name is Shia bin Abraham Joseph. And he decided to change it to 21 Savage. Where is he from? Okay, it was thought that he was from Atlanta because that's where he blew up at. But he's actually not. Atlanta is where a lot of rappers do come from, especially trap rappers, Future, Young Thug, Gucci Mane, and so on. But he was from Britain. He's from the UK. He spent his high school in juvenile detention, and he got in a lot of trouble. He was threatened another pupil, with a gun, and then he was kicked out of a few schools in Atlanta before being placed in juvenile detention. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but he came in the gate in 2015. He's only been making music officially for less than a year, but he became one of the biggest rappers in Atlanta, and his first song, which was called 21,000, went to the top of the charts. One of his inspirations, Gucci Mane, is from Atlanta, and he looks up to him. He says he opened the lane for street niggas to rap from East Atlanta, so that's why I salute Gucci. And this he said in an interview. He's dating the whore du jour, Amber Rose, who's the industry pass around, and they came to the conclusion that they had broken up. A lot of fans thought they broke up because she had blocked him, but she then unblocked him. He became a local celebrity after releasing his debut project, and that was the 21,000, and Keep It 21,000. That's actually the name of it, and the song that took off. And the debut project was called Slaughter Tape, and that was in 2015. His Snapchat name is Savage730, and he's very active on the app. And he captures all of his little shenanigans on social media, and he expects to include Future and Drake in upcoming projects. How old is he? Despite being called 21 Savage, he's actually 26 years old. He was born October 22nd, 1992. And I'm wondering what's that in the cup. Hopefully it's not scissor. Now, I wanted to just say this, and I'm going to get into some detail here, because it seems very odd to me that now, all of a sudden, a lot of these hip-hop artists who are making noise, and especially the new come-ups, are finding themselves in legal trouble. And in this picture, you can see that he's posed himself in front of some parallel lines. And I want to tell you something that actually the professor Stephen Hawking, some of you might want to Google him. He passed away last year. But right before he died, he delved on the subject of parallel lines. And it is quite possible that 21 Savage is living inside a parallel universe. And what these are is that there exists parallel universes exactly like our universe. This is what the professor, Stephen Hawking, who was a physicist, and he studied these things, and they're exactly like our universes. These universes are all related to ours. And indeed, they branch off from ours, and our universe is branched off of others. Within these universes, our wars have had different outcomes than the ones we know. Now, some of you may think this is supernatural, but remember, God is the beginning and the end. He created the heavens and the earth. And so it is not unlikely that within these spheres, he created other spheres, which we are not aware of, because we're not aware of the spiritual world. We only have, some of us have more encounters with it than others, but for the most part, we are not living within the spiritual world and the physical world. And this is why there is something called metaphysical, because within these universes and parallels, there are things going on that are not to our knowledge, but which can directly and indirectly affect us. So what I'm getting at is that this man has been in the United States of America since he was 7 years old, from what I understand. And despite him not being born here, he was here as a child. He grew up here. He went to school here. And aside from him getting shot, he was not directly involved. He was indirectly involved in criminal activity. He was the victim, but he was not proven to be directly involved in that. So he doesn't really fall under these laws. However, he did make a record called ICE, where he attacked the constitutionality of children being separated based on immigration and taken from and pulled from their families. So again, him not being a naturalized U.S. citizen or born here or having gotten his, quote, green card makes him a target now that he is a voice. He is a voice that is speaking out against what he feels are wrongs. And many people share his views, although a lot of people are scared to be vocal about their support of his views. And so I feel that it is quite likely that he is being targeted for the song that he made, as well as the fact that he has lived in his parallel universe, whereby he has come out of the Atlanta music spectrum And for many years, people thought him to be a U.S. citizen when he actually wasn't. And now those things that have been hidden have been brought to light. Same thing with the other artists who are currently incarcerated. Tekashi 6ix9ine, his past has been brought up now and revealed to expose him and to have him incarcerated, and he's it looks like he's going to be there for a while. So I think that we need to pray for this brother. Another fact is that he's worth almost $4 million, and this is in a 3 year span of time. And following his Rockstar collaboration with Post Malone, he's expected to get even more money. So it's amazing to me how nothing is revealed about these artists or exposed until after they hit a certain money bracket. And this is something that I'm just curious about. That why now? As I said, he's 26. He's been here since he was age 7. So we're talking all these years in between that he was relatively untouched until now when he made this song. And so that gives me cause for concern. But I wanted to bring up the parallel universe because that was really important. A lot of people didn't know that Stephen Hawking, who was considered a genius of his time, had actually touched on this in one of his writings, which was not published, but it was found later. And so that's my take on that. I'm just going to give you a few more things. In 2016, he was named in XXL's freshman class. He was named as one of the rappers to watch. He was mentioned along with Designer, Lil Yachty, Anderson .Peak, Lil Dicky, and quite a few others. Lil Uzi Vert, and so on. Okay, how tall is he? He's actually 1.83 meters, since he's English, that's the scale they use. Or in the US, we would say 6 feet tall. So that's his height. And so I just want to, I want to wind this up with saying, people, that, like I said in the beginning, when you're doing your videos, don't put illegal activities in the video and brag about it if that's not what you're doing. Because people don't know that's not what you're doing. They look at it and then they're going to investigate to see, well, this person blew up pretty quick. Let's see if he had some drug money along the way that helped him. And then if you are doing it, why in the hell would you want to advertise it? Back in the day, if we were doing illegal activities, nobody knew we were doing it except the people who were doing it with us. And even then, there was a certain honor among thieves that only occasionally got broken. Because back then, you just didn't do that. Now this is a different time. Okay, and I don't condone it either way. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't put it in the video, period. Okay, I'm done with this. We got to pray for this brother because, he's got 3 kids. He's trying to make money to take care of those kids. So that right there gets my vote. And music is not a bad thing. People make it bad by what they choose to rap about. But in the long run, just simply trying to be a musician and making a record, and especially if you stand for something, there is absolutely, I wonder what the hell happened to freedom of speech. Even in my own life, I find that a lot of my liberties are being taken. I'm having an extremely difficult time in my finances where I'm just being attacked on all ends. YouTube finds every reason under the sun to block my videos, stating that they're not suitable for advertisers. I'd like to see who the hell is behind deciding what I talk about is not suitable. And that's my money. So then I have to beg you guys to send me money to the ministry so that I can continue. And it's extremely, extremely hard because a lot of you either don't have it to send or don't believe I need it and don't send it, or feel like they have other things they'd rather do with their money than send it to me. And that's okay. That's cool. You do what you do. But when I tell you my need is sincere, please believe my need is sincere. Lord, I ask you to help the subscribers to understand that this channel, it doesn't work on itself. It requires my input to make it happen. I have to sit and think about and pray about and conceive the videos and then put them together to bring the information to the people in a way that doesn't jeopardize myself, because there are powers that be that look at what I do, Lord, and I know you know this, and they find ways to block me from getting my messages across to the people. So Lord, I ask you to then intervene on my behalf, because I know that any door you open no man can close it, and any door that you close no man can open it. So do what is needed, Lord, so that the people can continue to get the messages and the word that I speak. Lord, I thank you for the subscribers. I thank you for the people who tune into the channel. I bless and thank you for those who donate to the ministry, Lord. They have no idea how tremendously helpful and gracious and appreciated their gifts are. Lord, I thank you for the miracle in my life. I thank you for the covering on my finances, on the roof over my head. Lord, I ask you to help me to maintain it and to keep it. And I ask all these things in Jesus' mighty name, in the mighty, mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach.